Niacin is now emerging as a powerful agent in lysosomal detoxification, a nutrient capable of clearing intracellular lipid overload, particularly the cholesterol pools trapped within lysosomes that are central to the development of chronic inflammation and atherosclerosis. These cholesterol deposits are notoriously difficult to mobilize, often becoming sequestered within lysosomal membranes of macrophages following uptake of oxidized LDL. Over time, this buildup leads to organelle dysfunction, activation of inflammatory pathways like the NLRP3 inflammasome, and eventual cell death. The study reveals that niacin interrupts this pathological trajectory by actively promoting the efflux of lysosomal cholesterol, thus restoring cellular balance from the inside out. This detoxification process is not passive. It is orchestrated through a finely tuned molecular pathway that begins with niacin's activation of CD38, an enzyme responsible for synthesizing nicotinic acid adenine dinucleotide phosphate, NAP. NAP acts as a second messenger that releases calcium from lysosomes via TRPML1 channels. This calcium signal is essential. It drives the activation of liver X receptor alpha, LXRA, a nuclear transcription factor that controls the expression of Niemann-Pick C1, NPC1, and cholesterol transporters ABCA1 and ABCG1. These proteins collectively enable cholesterol to exit the lysosome, move through the cytoplasm, and eventually leave the cell via HDL-mediated reverse cholesterol transport. In macrophages, the benefits are profound. By reducing lysosomal cholesterol load, niacin prevents the formation of cholesterol crystals, which are highly inflammatory and physically disruptive to cellular membranes. These crystals rupture lysosomes and trigger the release of cathepsins into the cytosol, a key step in inflammasome activation and IL-1 set secretion. Niacin, by preemptively depleting the cholesterol reservoir that gives rise to these crystals, interrupts this inflammatory cycle at its root. Importantly, niacin's effects are selective. While it promotes cholesterol clearance in macrophages, it does not appear to stimulate fat synthesis in hepatocytes, a common and problematic feature of synthetic LXR agonists. This suggests that niacin engages LXRA in a tissue and context-specific manner, likely owing to its reliance on CD38-mediated NAP signaling, which is particularly active in stressed, lipid-laden immune cells. As a result, niacin achieves lysosomal detoxification without the collateral metabolic damage seen with more broadly acting agents. What sets a lysosomal cholesterol apart from other lipid stores is its resistance to breakdown and its role as a signaling trigger for cellular stress. Unlike cytoplasmic lipid droplets, lysosomal cholesterol is more than inert storage, it's a threat sensor. When it accumulates, it signals danger, triggering immune activation and metabolic shutdown. By targeting this specific compartment, niacin does more than modulate lipid profiles. It recalibrates the cell's internal risk signals, calming inflammatory responses and preserving organelle function. This mechanism also explains niacin's anti-apoptotic effects in OXLDL-loaded macrophages. With cholesterol cleared from lysosomes, organelles remain intact, mitochondrial function is preserved, and the cascade of caspase activation leading to cell death is avoided. In the context of atherosclerosis, where dying foam cells contribute to plaque instability and necrotic core formation, this protective effect translates into greater lesion stability and reduced cardiovascular risk. In summary, the study positions niacin as a nutrient with a rare ability to perform lysosomal detoxification, a biologically complex task usually reserved for more targeted pharmacological agents. By mobilizing cholesterol from lysosomal danger zones and enhancing its export from cells, niacin restores intracellular order, curbs inflammation at its source, and promotes vascular health. This newly appreciated function expands niacin's relevance from a systemic lipid modulator to a cellular housekeeper capable of correcting the lipid trafficking errors that drive chronic disease.